5 WH question in English? Can you name them? 6. I got 6. Let's go to the explain and see. In English, we have 5 very common WH question. People will say the 5 WH question. There they are. Repeat with me. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. And then who, what, when, where, why, how. 6 again. Who, what, when, where, why, how. When I was kids, I learning the English, and the very first thing that I learned was the 5 WH question. And the 5 WH question in English, so I recommend that you remember this in English. You have got 5-6 very important questions that you can ask anytime, anywhere, at any place necessary. You may look at this and go, okay, I see WHO who, WH, what this confused me as a child. Teacher, why is how and WH question? What's happening here? What have you done to my young brain? And then I look at it, go, oh, there is a H and a W, so it is HWWH question. So you have got your 6. So let's go through and think about why we would use this WH question for conversation. Have you ever had a really boring conversation with someone? I have all the time, every day. We say it's like pulling teeth to get someone to speak to you or have a conversation, which means pulling teeth, it's painful. This person is not interested in what you are saying. You would rather talk to wall than speak to this person. So here's how not to be boring when you are trying to have a conversation with someone. Someone may ask you a question. For example, what did you do yesterday? Most of you go, nothing. Wow, you are really cool, exciting person. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Bye bye. So you can say something simple like, I ate dinner. Good. You have got something, so you can then continue the conversation with the person and say, who cooked the dinner? And the person says, my mom. And cool, okay, so you know that this person ate dinner. So they can't be that boring. And then you know that they have a mother. 2 points. Can you think of what question you could ask someone about dinner? What did you eat? Or what did your mother cook? Okay, what did she cook? And the person got food. And at this point, I will give up and carry on to a different conversation with another person like you. So, I could say to you, hello, when did you start studying English? And you say, 5 years ago. Perfect. Okay, so when did you start? No, you don't have to talk about English all the time because that's kind of boring. Maybe you know that the person does sports or the person like drawing, painting, so you can say, when did you start playing a sport? When did you start playing football? Usually people like to talk about football, especially people like to talk about their favorite team, like Manchester United, Barcelona, Brazil. So if you can start the person talking on something they like, your conversation is going to go amazingly. So what about where? Question. Maybe you are at a meeting or you are in a very awkward social situation where you have to speak to people and maybe the person is not from your country. You can ask them a very simple question like, where are you from? And maybe the person says, I'm from Canada or I'm from Kalongan. And then, really? Fadhila's from Kalongan? Do you know Fadhila? And the person goes, no. Okay, that's good. Can you think of a why question you could ask someone? Let's talk about food. Why did your mother cook food? That's a strange question. Why do you like football? Why did you start studying English? Okay, and then this crazy one. How this is kind of a strange question, but there are techniques you could say. How long? How long you studied? You studied English for? Or how long did you live in your home country? How long did you work at your job? How long did you live? Maybe you are talking to a ghost. That would be cool. And then you say, "Ghost, how long did you live?" Okay, how long did you live in your country? So, what's very, very, very important and that I almost forgot that was because there's our question. You need to always have a question mark when you are writing, when you are speaking. You know, the person is asking you a question because your voice goes up. So I wouldn't say, "What did she cook?" I would say, "What did she cook?" Every single time in English, you ask a question, your voice goes up at the end of the question of the person. Now is their chance to show the person knows it's their chance to answer and not to be boring. You have got homework. The next time you have a conversation with someone in English or in your language, think of one of the 6WH question you could ask them. Or if you are really ambitious, think of 6WH question you could ask them to continue your conversation. If you would like more great continuing conversation. Okay, that's all the explain for what I've got in about introduction, like 5W and what's 1H. And thank you. I'm sorry if there is a mistake. And